Welcome.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Take 5 here at 9 Music and Film Studios. Today is our very first in-studio interview session, and we're very proud to have them as our first guest. So first, I want to introduce our industrial engineer, aspiring model friend, Gloria. Hello. She'll be helping me with some of the drinks and the food. And today we have El Paso Utep Rugby Team here visiting. So guys, welcome. And one of the goals of what we're trying to do with our boba shop is obviously serve some amazing drinks, food, great time. But my brother and I are very interested in helping people in El Paso that we think have a passion for something or are talented that we think El Paso should know about. And being that UTEP just went back in session, this is a perfect first episode because you're part of UTEP. UTEP went back in. We have some new drinks we'll talk about. So let's start by getting to know you guys. So tell us your name, what you're going to school for, and maybe the position in the rugby team.
Of course. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Roberto Gomez. I am a PhD student in ecology and evolutionary biology at the University of Texas at El Paso. I am the president of the minor rugby football club, and I currently play our fullback position, which would be number 15 on the field.
Hello, my name is Cole Pellerito. I am a kinesiology major, and I am our team captain. I play scrum half, which is our number 9 position.
Hi, my name is Eli Guevara. I'm studying biochem, and I am our number 10, or fly half.
Nice. Okay, so I'm very new to rugby, and this Saturday I got to go to I think it was called an alumni game, and I was completely lost. And so I think one of the things that we can do is talk about plays, positions, and things that you do, so that when people go visit or go watch you play, they're not as lost as I was. I was pretty lost, and I was yelling field goal, and someone was telling me it's not a field goal. I'm like, man, sorry about that. I was like, foul, he's offline. I think they were tired of me. So earlier we did get to film some, I guess, plays, or what do you guys call it?
Situations that would occur in the field.
Okay, so we were able to film some in the studio, and we'll be going over those. So let's talk about what the first one was.
So the first one would be our wonderful person being the offensive player, which in this situation was you. They would be holding ball, coming into contact, receiving contact from a defensive player, which in this situation was myself. And what happens is
I was the one that got tackled. Thank you very much. Somehow. Mm-hmm.
I say he did his best. He was doing great for someone very first time practicing rugby. So
yeah, I was great at getting hit. Thank you very much. And Benny, of course, had to take after take, and done with that. But keep going. Sorry.
So as a defensive player, my job is to come in and keep the person with ball who's playing offense from gaining more meters, and therefore stopping them by committing to a tackle. In rugby, a tackle above the sternum is considered illegal, so you have to aim from sternum and under. So you can go leg, thigh, or lower abdominal area, but you want to avoid anything from the chest upward because that is an illegal move. And then after that, what we did is we established a ruck.
So when we establish a ruck, the ball carrier goes down from the tackle, and he's going to present the ball to his own team. From there, one of that team's teammates is going to go ahead and do what we call a ruck. He's going to put his hands on the player on the ground. And he's going to basically form a wall so that in order to get that ball back from us, the other team has to come push us over. So this is kind of our protection, because once our player gets tackled, the play does not stop. The play keeps going. And then after that is done, the number 9, the scrum half, which is me, will come around the back, take the ball, and pass it out, and the play will continue.
Okay, nice. One of the things that you said about not hitting, or you have to hit below, I did notice there was no padding. What's up with that?
So when it comes to rugby, You're right. There is very little padding. Some of the most protective gear that most people use would be a scrum cap, which people who play 9 or scrum usually wear. But the other thing, your biggest piece of protective equipment is your mouth guard. You got to protect those smiles. Some of us paid good money for our teeth, so it's like we want to keep them safe.
The idea without the protection is that we prioritize good tackling form and safety, rather than using equipment as weapons. As in football or whatnot, you can lead with the head. In rugby, you just can't do that. That is a penalty. And so rugby prioritizes safety. Although it looks very dangerous, it's very, very safe.
Well, unless you're as fast as Ellie. He's fast, nobody could touch him. You better run, as nobody was touching him. So, but I was glad to see my first game with you guys. That's the first time I've ever been to a rugby game, and I did notice how safe it seemed. So that you just explained that. So for parents who want to take their kids and don't know what rugby is, even though they're not wearing safety equipment, it seemed extremely safe. Matter of fact, I think I only remember 1, maybe 2, where they had to stop the game, and someone got a little injured. Probably the wind knocked out. I don't know, but it seemed fast. Now another thing I loved about it, the game seemed to keep going. It never stops. It wasn't like stop and get back in position. It seemed to keep going, which I thought was exciting, that people should know. You're not going to see a game where it's constantly stopping, resetting, and it seemed to flow how long is a game? I mean, that's tiring.
So a typical game is going to be 80 minutes with 40-minute halves.
That's still, but once you see them running all over the place, I was tired just watching. But it is? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
How often do you guys practice?
We practice 4 times a week, so we work a lot on strategic field form, of course, all the game plays and the conditioning that we do on the field, but we also prioritize our strength training, because a big part about developing good rugby tactics is being a strong person. And you say a person who has a solid foundation in the way they learn how to run and move around a field is going to be significantly more of a dangerous player, in the sense that they know how to protect themselves from dangerous hits and be able to tackle other players without causing legitimate injuries.
No, I love that. I think it was great. Let's go back a little bit. Again, we're trying to educate anyone who doesn't know about rugby, like myself. So if I'm asking questions, it's because I'm hoping that you have the same questions that I have. But one is, how long has UTEP had a rugby team? What's the brief history on?
So the Utep Rugby Team has been around for 72 years. It was established in 1952. And it has had generations of undergraduate, graduate players, and blessed enough to have people that graduate as alumni and come back to help coach. So it's a never-ending tradition in a sense. I have found that rugby is a sport that ties multiple cultures and backgrounds and orientations together. And it's a very welcoming sport that if you have a positive attitude and want to learn, you're going to get along with your teammates. It's a very solid, whether you're on a women's team or a men's team, it's a solid foundation of a great team that you're going to fall in love with. And you can't escape the sport. Once you get into it, you stick around.
Yeah, and I did see that. And actually, one of our artists, Michael Nikki, was in rugby before, correct? I thought that was kind of cool. It was a nice tie-in with our shop that we didn't know. That was kind of neat. So real quick, do you have a favorite rugby professional team you like?
I personally love the South Africa, the Springboks. They're one of my favorites.
You?
I love the Chiefs because they used to have Damian McKenzie, but he plays more for New Zealand now, and that makes me sad. But I did love the Chiefs.
And you?
I've been following the 7th season. I love watching Argentina. They're just very dynamic, very strong people.
Very cool. So, again, for people who don't know, after college, is there like a semi-pro and then a pro league, or how many leagues do you have to get to the top?
So there is a professional league called the MLR, Major League Rugby, and they have several different teams all in different cities. There are semi-pro teams as well, depending on the state as well. There are There are leagues. So, you know, say North Carolina, for example, they can have 3 tiers. They can have a gold, silver, and a bronze tier of teams. And basically teams can work their way up the ladder. And the higher up the ladder they get, the more professional looks they're going to get. And of course, for universities as well, the MLR teams are always scouting. They're trying to find new guys, and there's MLR drafts everywhere, and we go to big time games. We will be having a sevens tournament in San Diego, where we will be playing in the Olympic training grounds, and there will be a lot of attention, media, and scouts there for the MLR. So, you know, a lot of football players, they try football out and it just doesn't quite work for them. Well, rugby could very well be the sport for them. There's a lot of former football players who try out rugby. So there is plenty of teams to go around and at all different levels to play at.
So I'm hoping that people see this and show it to someone or share it, and they want to come see you. It's not expensive, and there's enough games that you won't miss one. But right now, we're going to introduce one of our drinks to you, which is great. Like I said, the fact that it's the rugby team. A new drink that we're going to announce is a protein-based boba. Not sure who's done it before, but we're doing it. And you basically come and pick the flavor milk tea that you want, and we'll be able to add a really, really good protein. We'll be announcing that through our social media, which brand, what type of protein, and we'll give you all the information you need to make a decision if that protein's for you. But I thought that was a good combination between you guys. But let's try this.
So you're telling me I could have a pumpkin spice protein boba?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. With the season perfect.
So for you, we made you the Hokkaido. That one's you?
Yep, that's for him.
Vale. Okay. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you. Who had the taro?
That was me.
That was you.
Thank you.
Okay, and then this one
This
is
looks
matcha.
delicious.
So very popular matcha. Give them a spinaroonie with the straw. And you could say if you like it, you don't, either one. But
I love boba.
what'd you think?
This is like it's got like a caramel taste. It's not grainy or like extra. Protein has that texture to it.
Yes.
And there's nothing in here. I don't taste it. It's not like unsettling at all. It's really, really good.
We went through several different proteins. One of the factors or one of the things we were looking for is that it wasn't too chalky. Even though protein can be chalky, we picked one that wasn't as chalky. It has no flavor, so it complements whatever drink you pick. And so we're hoping that you like it. That's your taro. What did you think
This
of that?
reminds me of cereal.
It does.
I love this. I like boba just in general. I'm going to be honest. I love boba. I love drinking boba. This one reminds me a lot of cereal, but it's not too sweet. That's probably my favorite part because I don't like overbearing tastes. But this is like, it's subtle enough to like, I want to go back for another taste. But at the same time, like I get rewarded every single sip. It's just, I do really like this.
Do you taste the protein or no?
You can tell that there's protein in it because for those who typically drink protein, you can kind of just tell it has that proteiny kind of feel. But it's not thick, which is my favorite part. I've had protein shakes where it's like thick and it's almost like you're eating the drink and it's just like, no, it's pretty thin and you can taste the protein kind of taste of it.
Matcha?
I have always been a matcha latte person, and personally, I know a lot of people don't like matcha because they say it's very fruity, green, whatnot. But I love it, and I know there's a lot of people that do. And for any matcha lovers out there, I strongly recommend. I really enjoyed this. I do agree with Cole. You can tell that there's protein in it, but it's not like a protein shake where you're overwhelming. It's not like you're drinking a milkshake instead. That's just thick. No, it's a boba tea, and it's great.
You could definitely sip this this protein into someone's drink, and they wouldn't know.
Okay,
it tastes good.
Very cool. Now you don't know, but since you gave your honest opinion, you have to pay for those. So. Sorry. If it was free, you have to say they're good, but you have to pay for them. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so while you're I'm basically trying to make a buck. Okay, so I'm playing. So we talked about favorite teams. Is there a player that you look up to?
Why don't you go first? I want to think about this one.
So I mentioned it earlier, Damian McKenzie. I love Damian McKenzie. So he traditionally is a fly half, a number 10, which is what Ellie plays. I've played rugby for 8 years. This is my 9th year, and I've always watched Damian McKenzie play. I've just been so astonished with his ability to offload, his ability to pass, his ability to just make defenders look stupid and to be so smart. And I don't know if you guys ever seen those sports kind of compilations of like thinking out of the side of the box or bending the rule. Damian McKenzie is always doing that stuff. So that is why I love him. I also love both of the Barrett brothers, and they're amazing too, but they're the obvious choice. I'm going to go with McKenzie.
And you?
The Frenchman himself, Mr. Antoine Dupont. He is a monster on the field. I'm not sure what position he plays. I want to say he's a scrum half. Is he a 10? Yeah, he's a 10. He's a lethal weapon. He's a force to be reckoned with, and I love watching him.
Very cool. So now going back to educating us all about rugby, you don't have to tell us all the positions, but what are some of the key positions that we'll be looking at when we see a game?
So when talking about the positions for rugby, it can seem overwhelming because there's 15 positions on the field.
But you said there's a 15 and a 7.
Yeah, so there's 2 different types of rugby. There's 15s, which means there's 15 players. That's typically played in the fall. And then there's another form of rugby, which is called 7s, which is 7 players. It's same rules, same everything, but just 7 players versus 7 players. That's typically more in the spring to the summer. For 15s specifically, you can equate a lot of the positions to football. If you want to think of it like that, it can be simpler to digest. But generally, we have our forwards, which consist of our 2 props or a hooker. We have a tight head and our loose head. We have our flankers. We have our number 8. Those are kind of our big guys. Those are our big guys, so to speak. They're our linemen, if you want to equate it to football.
Like this
yeah, exactly like that.
Just point it out there, man. My joint.
They do the dirty work, so to speak, but they still get their highlights. They can still score. They can still do amazing things. And then we have our backs, which, if you want to equate it to football, you can think of those as like the skill position guys. So, for example, I'm the 9. Ellie here is or 10. I'm the scrum half. He's the fly half. Fly half is kind of like the quarterback on the team. So when we're on offense, he's calling all the plays. He's calling up the plays. He's executing the plays. Everything kind of goes through him. Rob here is our 15 or fullback. You could kind of equate that to like a safety in football. He's our last line of defense. No one can get past him, and if somebody does, then they're probably going to score on us. But the biggest thing with rugby in their positions is there is a body type for everybody. There are pros that are 5'7", 5'6", and are just super, super speedy. There are positions for that. And there are pros that are 6'8", 300 pounds. So there is no such thing as I'm not built for rugby, because there's everything on the field that you could need. So it's all different skill sets when it comes to rugby.
And when I did go to the game, Ellie did a great job. I could tell that he was kind of like a leader. He was calling a lot of the plays. I didn't know, but I could see him being vocal. And just so everybody knows, they played the alumni, and shame, you guys got rocked. No offense. My name is David. They're gonna come beat me up and beat my brother up instead. My name is David. No, not really. Oh man, you guys destroyed them, poor guys, man. You guys did really good. So, congrats.
Thank you.
Okay, so next, let's try a couple more drinks, and then we'll move on to a couple more questions. So, Okay, next. What do we have next?
I gotta slow down on this one.
I know. I was like,
Okay, we'll bring those.
Put it right here for right now.
Okay,
because I definitely don't want to leave it.
that. There you go. Say hi to Gloria. All right,
Halloween
so
vibe.
what we have here are some more creations that we made that are coming out this month. So this orange one, we were not sure if we were going to start the pumpkin craze so soon because everybody's already, pumpkin crazy.
Never too soon.
Yeah, it's never too soon. So this is going to be a pumpkin matcha. Who would like to? No, it was a pumpkin horchata. Who would like to try the pumpkin horchata?
We all know Rob wants
man.
it. We're not gonna steal
Too
it
bad,
from him.
man. Now this one is made for. So one of the things that we do is we love Utep. My brother's actually mechanical engineer, graduated from Utep. But at the same time, our shop is about everyone getting along and just supporting each other. So we made this drink, which is made in the colors of community college. Because at the end of the day, some people from community college might get inspired by this interview and you can maybe recruit them, which we'll talk about recruiting right now. So who wants to try this one?
What's the flavor on
I
it?
couldn't tell you, but it's blue and white. Man. Try
I
it
know
out.
you want it. Did you go to community college?
Okay, so this one is our UTEP one. And my brother did text me the information, but I have a horrible memory. But this is the UTEP version, and I don't even remember what it is, but it's good. Just come and try it.
So it's gonna be one of those taste tests. You guys
Yeah,
gotta figure out
kinda.
what they are.
Here you go, Ellie. You try yours out.
All right, try it. What does it taste like? It's got curacao.
It's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's like a little sparkly, like it's like a soda almost.
Yeah.
Maybe yogurt.
No, it's not yogurt.
No, not yogurt.
Yeah, no. My phone's over there recording the vaccine, so I don't know what it is.
It's really good. It's creamy and like a sparkling soda of some sort. It's like a little bit of both. It's really, really
It's
good.
probably kind of like our Italian sodas.
That's what I was thinking too.
Okay. And yours?
It's very fruity. I like it. It's like an orange.
Okay, if you like these, it's free.
It's like orangey.
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be.
It's orange, yeah. Yeah, I like the orange in it. Once again, it's subtle. It's not like overwhelming.
No, I think yours, if you mix it,
Mm-hmm.
it'll go to one solid color, I think.
Yeah, here, Ellie, do you know?
Yeah, see? There it is. Yeah, see? It was blue and orange, and once you mix it, it becomes
there
one.
you go.
Yeah, the butterfly PT. Thank you, Gloria.
Better? The combination now?
It's almost like that's what I was supposed to do.
Yours is free too. Try yours. What did you think?
I mean, I just took an extra sip because I like that much. But it's definitely that perfect combination of horchata with pumpkin. You got the cinnamon flavor from the horchata, but then you get that pumpkin infused in it. And iced, it's really good, but I can imagine it warm. Oh my gosh, I think that would be a hit. I
That's
think
a
that would
thought.
be very good.
That's a thought. Some of our drinks actually our customers come up with. So usually in October, September, we introduce a contest where customers can come and create the drinks, and then we pick 6 winners, and you get to name it and stuff. So we might have to use you. Okay.
Sign me
So
up.
you liked it too? It's
Yes.
free too. Okay, so all right. So let's talk a little bit more. Was there any of the videos that we shot earlier that we haven't talked about? So wait, when you guys tackled me, have we gone over that part?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Just so everybody knows, I'm a good actor and I look like I was injured, but I was not. And the reason he holds you down is because what?
It's to establish a ruck. It's kind of like the offense's way of defending the ball from the defenders. So
Okay.
once someone is tackled, the defense can actually come in and strip the ball. So to prevent that, someone on the offense comes in and establishes a ruck, which is what I did. I kind of like stood over him in a defensive position to defend the ball. He would have to go through me.
I was making sure people don't
me out.
think that you were holding me down. I couldn't get up because I wasn't in full, like I was in, test mode. But if I go full beast mode, everybody would like pop off of me. I want to make sure people know that because, I got a rep. So, you know what I'm saying? All right.
Got protected.
No, not really. So, okay, so let's talk a little bit more. One of the things I really, really, really want to talk about, take me through the game. So I show up, a bunch of us are going to come this year. We're going to buy tickets. We're going to go support. So when we get there, we wait for the kickoff. Is there a kickoff? How does the game start?
So there is a kickoff, and the kickoff starts by a drop kick. So typically in football, you see that the one team kicks it off of a tee. Instead, in a drop kick, you have to drop it on the ground and have it bounce up and then kick it. It sounds hard. Not that hard. Well, I'm really good at it. So
See, I like that. Okay.
But so one team kicks it off. Another interesting thing about rugby is when one team scores, they don't kick the ball off. They get the ball back. Make it, take it rules. And that's how it is for 15s and 7s. It's not like that. But so the game starts like that. One team receives the ball. And then from there, it's live play. So the goal is for one team to get the ball into the end zone of the other team. And they do that by passing it backwards to their teammates, having them run through the defenders. They get tackled, establish the ruck, all the things we talked about.
Yeah, so I did find that interesting where you're running forward, but you're passing backwards. And that was interesting. So, okay. So I did also notice that there was times that someone would get tackled and then the play wouldn't end. They would just start again and you kept trying. But there was times when it would stop and the other team would get, what happened? Like, what happened? What did I see or what?
So in those instances, most likely it was a foul of some sort, whether the ball was knocked forward or an illegal tackle, whatever it would have been, probably a foul, or the ball went out of bounds. There's just a whole bunch of different instances.
So I will say there are some different rules in rugby. One of them is obviously you can't pass it forward. We talked about that. Also, if the ball at any point hits you and bounces forward and out of your possession, we call that a knock-on. And so a knock-on means a turnover and the ball goes to the other team. There's also something called advantage. Advantage happens when a foul is committed by the defending team, but the offense has a really good play going, so the ref's going to let it go and just see what happens. And then if the play gets messed up, okay, let's take it back to the penalty. So that could be a reason sometimes where you just see the players running and all of a sudden stop and like, well, why did that happen?
Yes.
Oh, well, we're going to go back to this foul from 15 seconds ago. And I let it play through before because, I don't know, maybe you guys would have scored and didn't need the penalty.
No, we didn't see a lot of alumni scores, so we can't. Somebody's going to walk in the store and go, I'm an alumni. I go, well, my name's Ruben, not David. Anyways, no, but so player crosses the scores. I noticed that the ball was put to the side and then you kick it. Mm-hmm. So what's that?
So once we score on offense, from where that try was scored horizontally, that you have to back up however distance you'd like and kick it from there. I believe it has to be at least 10 meters.
Okay.
So
you can pick whatever. It's not like a certain.
So let's say I score right in front of the goalpost. I can back up 10 meters and just chip it in right there. But let's say I score all the way in the corner of the end zone. Okay, well, a 10-meter kick from that angle is pretty tight. So I'm probably going to move back to about 30 meters and try to kick it there. And those you can kick off of a tee. And so those would be worth 2 points, while our tries are worth 5 points.
Let's talk about that. The score, the point is called a try.
Yes.
The field goal or the kick is something else, or it's a try also?
Conversion.
That's a conversion.
Yep, a conversion.
They're only worth 1 point?
So
You worked that hard for 1 point?
No. Conversions are 2.
Conversions are 2?
Tries are 5.
Tries are 5.
Yep. So tries are
So
5
you can
points.
get up to 7 points off of 1.
Conversions 2. Yep.
Yep. And keep in mind that when you are running with ball, if you're about to go score, your goal as the person going to commit that score, if you've got someone chasing you down, let's say this is our goal post, you want to aim to score right here past that line and touch the ball down on the ground. That's what you have to do. You can't drop it. You got to touch it down, set it, and that's your official score. Because by doing so, you make it a lot easier for your kicker who's going to kick the conversion to have a perfect goal, like easy shot.
Yeah, which is me. When my guys don't do that, I get upset. I'm like, come on, man, you could have run it over by the goalpost, made my life a little easier.
So in hockey, there's switching, defense, offense. You guys don't switch. You're the person that's out there. That's the team that's out there.
So it does switch.
It does switch.
In literally 1 second, it can switch.
Okay. There's no like, stop, let me get
Nope.
my number out,
Nope.
and this guy's coming in for this person. Or
We had a play in the game where we were on defense and they were rucking over the ball. But Rob came in and did what we call a counter ruck. So the guy that was defending, he comes in and pushes that guy over, and basically he exposes the ball. And so then I step over and I grab it, and then just like that, we're on offense and I'm running. And so it changes literally in the matter of seconds.
And the reason they're holding these stuffed animals is because I don't have the budget for a ball for everybody. So that's kind of the size of, I mean, you got to imagine that you got to work with us. So, okay. So we're going to try a little bit more, one more thing. And then I want to talk about how we can recruit for you guys, how people get tickets, where they can follow you, and all those things. So next is our shop, World Boba and Coffee, is trying to start creating more food, for our customers. So one of the new ones that's coming out is called Edamame Around the World. And let me bring those so you guys can try it. Thank you. So this is your, you've had edamame before. If not, then typically you see edamame served with just salt. So something we thought, just for fun, we're calling it edamame around the world because you'll get the edamame and you can pick your sauce from around the world. So we'll have 4 sauces. I believe this is the Italian one, which is Parmesan, garlic, and butter. And then this is the Mexican one, which is chamoy, Valentina, and lime. And then, I can't tell. I believe this is the Japanese one, which is teriyaki and ginger. And then this is the Korean version, which is our own recipe, but it has, if you know bulldog ramen, it's mixed with some of that ramen flavor. You'll pick whichever flavor you want, or you can buy different flavors. But what I'd like to do, and Gloria, if you want to participate in this so we can get your opinion, remember, it's free if you like it. You have to pay if you don't. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I'm not kidding about the pay. I'm kidding about other stuff. But okay, so grab. I'm just kidding. Get one. I'll get one for you. Gloria, get in here. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with the first one. Let's try the Mexican one. You just dip it in one so you don't double dip. And then weigh them out.
Oh, okay. So
And when you pull it out, you're getting the flavor and the edamame.
okay, all right.
Try that one first. Put that one back, man. You know what? Penalty. Turn over. This is the Mexican one. So lime, Valentina, and chamoy, I think.
That's really good.
That's cool, right?
Yeah. That reminds me
What do you think?
like
Yeah?
corn in a cup.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's similar flavors.
Put that on this side.
Okay, let's grab another one.
No double dip in there.
For the Italian.
Okay. No, we're next was the Italian.
Yep.
Gloria?
The lime really brings out that nice tangy.
It does. It does. You can eat that. You can get addicted to it. Okay,
This is,
everybody. This is the Italian Parmesan, and you
gotta mix it.
mix it a little bit because it's been waiting there. But it's the Parmesan, garlic, and butter. You pull?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Italian blood.
Italian flavor a little bit.
Yeah, that's really
Can I
good.
try it again?
Yeah, please.
One sample wasn't
I'm
enough.
Italian. So.
No.
I love it.
Stir it on a little bit so you can get some. Put some cheese on it.
There you go.
Now these are created by my brother and Alejandra, our manager. One of the fun things is that in our store there is no limit, there's no rules. We just, we invent something, and then we have customers that help us fine tune the recipes. So what you're tasting is something that's gone through a big process from my brother and Alejandra, the idea, the concept, the testing, the getting the right flavors. Then customers help us fine tune everything. Then there's still another part where as an owner, you still have to write the recipes. You have to, how you're going to sell it, how you're going to present it, how you're going to advertise it, and all that. So that was the Italian one. Now, everybody, the next one.
That's
The next one is the Japanese.
Japanese.
It should be the teriyaki and ginger.
So what you're telling me is that World of Boba is a very creative, intuitive company that allows for a lot of creative thoughts.
Pretty much.
That's awesome. That's great.
Oh, I got that ginger right away. I got the ginger right away.
That's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gloria?
The Italian sauce my heart right now.
No biased opinion there. Okay. And the last one's the Korean. Now, I will say the Korean flavor. It has a little spice to it. Not a lot, but it does have a little, how you doing?
Grab a big one. There we go.
Gloria?
We'll see how I do.
Now, me, I eat nothing but ghost pepper, so it's probably nothing to me. I'm everybody who knows me knows I don't. No, everybody knows me. I don't eat spice, but I got a rep. You got
I
a
thought you
rep.
were ooh for the spice.
Oh no, that's some nice spice. That's good.
That's good, though.
That's really good.
Yeah. Well, we also make it. It'll come in a second, but we
I can
also
feel
make,
it.
make things so that we make food that, not just the spicy lovers will like it, but if you want it spicier, it could be, but that's got a little kick to it.
Oh, yeah.
It does to me.
You get it at the end.
You get it at the end.
That's my favorite one so far.
Yeah?
This one.
Oh, really? That one?
This one. This one. This one.
Ah, what about
There
you?
you go.
Mexico, Japan, Korea, then Italy.
Whoa. Oh, let me get the gloves. And you? What did you like?
I'm going Korean, and I'm going Mexican, Italian, Japan.
Gloria, what about you?
I would have to switch these.
Oh,
Like this and that would go last.
so we're probably going to take a break. We're going to go fight, then come back. Nah, just kidding. I'm kidding. But thank you for trying this. This is something that we'll be selling this month. And the other reason also because there's a lot of Utep students that sometimes, these are for everyone. So we can
give me some more of this
we can
one.
keep
need some
eating
protein.
as we're talking.
Spice
So
one, huh?
no, thank you guys for
does have a kick
trying
at the
it.
end.
So
No, thank you.
let's talk a little bit about recruiting. Somebody wants to join. What's the deal?
Any UTEP students out there, whether you're enrolling into UTEP, I know we got a lot of freshmen this year. Anyone coming in, if you even have an ounce of curiosity, come out, meet the guys. You're going to fall in love with every single one of us. We're out on the field in front of the rec, University Field, every Monday and Wednesday from 7:30 to 9:30. And we will be doing our weightlifting sessions Tuesdays and Thursdays, same time at Fit City Gym off of Mesa.
And so Fit City is a gym, and we have a partnership with them where our rugby players pretty much get free entry into their gym. I think you don't have to pay the $5 registration? No, it's completely free for all UTEP minor rugby players, and that's whether you want to come on your own time, you want to come with us. That's whenever. So that's just one of the many benefits that come with this. Along with recruiting, you're welcome more than any time. And a lot of our guys here didn't think they'd be playing rugby. A lot of these guys just came out once, and then next thing you know, they didn't look back. So you just got to give it a chance. Give it a chance to look at it, and if you like it, awesome. We have a lot of former football players, but there's players of all sports that can play. I played soccer for a lot of years. Ellie's a baseball player. Rob was a track runner. I know we have quite a few wrestlers too. We have players of all sports, and that's the amazing thing, because it's different body types. Everything can mess with us. So once again, Monday, Wednesday, 7:30, 9:30, University Field. Tuesday and Thursday, and we'll be at Fit City Gym doing our team workouts. Just come out once.
I want to make sure people understand I got allergies and the air is blowing. So I'm crying. It's because of that, because that last one's still hurting me a little bit. But okay, so that's recruiting. How can people come see you? That's the big mission here, is we would love for people to come support you. At least one game. You need to come out to one game. So tell us where we can find your schedule and where we can buy tickets. And I know there's away games and home games, obviously the home games. And just an FYI, we're going to try very hard. All your away games, we're going to be showing them. We tested this on Saturday. We're going to be showing the games at our shop. So anybody who's like your friends that want to come over, we're going to try and we'll post that on our Instagram. But we're trying very hard to show your away games. So just support from afar. So how do people find your roster, or not the roster, but the schedule?
So it would be asking one of us. It would be joining our or following our Instagram page at Minors
Utep Rugby.
Minors Utep Rugby. Will be the first page that pops up. We'll be posting updates. We do little TikToks and skits here and there, but we post all of our schedules, our games, the times, any events that we might be having, all of our away games, and of course, as he said, they are trying really hard to have the watch parties for all of our away games, the GCU game, NMSU game, the tournament in San Diego. So huge it would be to follow that Instagram page.
And the tickets do they buy them on Instagram or where?
So you can buy the tickets at the door.
The door?
Yep, and it'll be $5 for adults.
$5, that's nothing.
No, and if you're a UTEP student and you show your ID, it's free.
I didn't
if
even
you want
know
to
that.
come in, watch for 10 minutes, and then leave, you can do that. We won't hold you there or anything. We'll have concessions and whatnot. We also have Facebook, Mind Tracker, TikTok, Instagram. We have all of those platforms. And we also have a free app called Sporfy. You go ahead, download Sporfy, search Minor Utep Rugby Team. You can watch every game live. You can watch the recordings of those games. You can watch our practices. You can watch all of that stuff. If you're just curious that way and you don't want to come out and just see it in person, you want to just look it up and see it real quick, then you can do that as well.
We are actually also working on maybe some promotion that if you win or something, if they bring a home game, if they bring their ticket, then maybe an extra discount or something. It'll be on our Instagram. Just World Boba and Coffee at Instagram, but we're going to try and do something like that. Really want people to fill up the stadium to see you guys. Number one, because you're our friends. Number two, you guys are great. And number three is because I think people would fall in love with your sport, and that's what I'm hoping. So, okay. So last part here. I know you guys got to go. Thank you for coming. I think shout outs are important. So let's start by, there's people at UTEP, coaches, athletic directors, people like that. Can we recognize some of the people that support you, that help you, that mentor you? Can we say hi to those people?
Of course. I'd like to start off by saying thank you to former head coach, Mr. Michael Woznicki. He was actually my first rugby coach, the one who introduced me to rugby when I was a senior in high school. And it's thanks to him that I learned how to play. He believed in me, and I went on to play during my undergraduate at Texas Tech, and now I'm playing at UTEP under our head coach, Coach Daniel Reyes, who also went to my high school. So very thankful for those people.
Now with Michael, just so you know, on purpose, there's a skateboard up on top that he painted. So please follow him at Michael was Nikki on Instagram, or just follow our page and we have him or some of our posts. But he donated his time to paint these skateboards to help promote and raise some funds for a skateboard park and group in Horizon. But that's your ex-coach right there. Amazing artist and an amazing guy. So who would you like to recognize?
Our athletic director, Antoine, he helps make things happen. He sets up the few time hours for us. He makes sure that, hey, you guys are good. Every time I'm coming into the rec center to work out, hey, everything good? How you guys doing? You need anything? He is just our biggest ally when it comes to growing rugby. And so I can't thank him enough.
I want to give a shout out to all of the players that we have. You're out here, you're putting in the work. You really you make it worth it when everyone comes together to become like a family. Thank you to the coaches. They're not out here getting paid. They're here because they want to see us grow. They want us to become better. Shout out to Coach Eddie, Coach Jordan, and Coach Daniel right now. Those are our three coaches that are... Oh, and Billy as well. He usually refs our games. So shout out to all of the staffing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you. And the reason I say that is because any organization, including mine, or my brother and I's, it doesn't just happen one person. It's not just the players. There's a lot of behind the scenes people that do things to help us. So that's why I wanted you guys to thank them. Next is you have sponsors. I would, if you can remember who they are, could you give them a shout out here and just, mention them?
No, we'd like to thank Moist Towing Company, Fit City, of course. We have wonderful supporters. Credo, they're the ones that make our rugby equipment and sell it to us at a discounted price. That's the uniforms that we wear in the videos that you guys see. They're the ones that make it happen for us, and they help us out. They know we're college students. They know we're working our best to get funds and sponsors to be able to afford those uniforms, and they give us discounts. And it's great equipment. A lot of the balls that we use on the field are from them as well, and it's sturdy, great material that if you know rugby, you know it's a tough sport, and things can rip easily, balls could explode, but their equipment has survived, and we use it, and it's great. So we're very thankful to those people.
I don't know if you mentioned them. Shout out Canes as well.
Canes,
they're one of our biggest supporters. Shout out Omicron Solutions. It's a company I used to work for personally. Alexis, thank you so much for your very kind donation. It's going a long way.
And of course, I'd like to thank World of Boba, of course.
Oh,
you guys are doing things for us that...
And the free food especially.
This is
I was just
wonderful...
gonna say you just made the free, okay, well. No. Seriously, it takes a lot of support from sponsors. That's why I want to shout them out. And I will try very hard to have every sponsor that you have. I'll put a tag. I'll get all their information and shout them out on this podcast, whatever you want to call it. But I want to also thank Gloria for taking time today, and this is our first show, so we've learned a lot, but thank you so much for being here. Number two is our staff at the store. They worked really hard. We had an event today, and I had to pull away to do this, and our staff takes care of everything, allowing me to step away and do this. And then obviously my brother, who's at the store handling other things, and behind the scenes again. When you come into the store, some great food, great atmosphere, but it takes someone like my brother making sure operationally everything is going. So shout out to my brother and our families and friends who put up with us being gone most of the times we work so hard. But with that being said, just thank you for being on our first studio.
Thank you.
And for sure, thank Mr. Benny somewhere. He's in here somewhere. He's in the studio part. But Mr. Benny Chang, at 9 Music and Film. If you need, he just got finished filming a movie, and if you need commercials, podcasts, this facility he's created is amazing. From recording artists to podcasts, social media people to full movies. We'll put a link to a movie that he just finished filming later on. Should be out in Tubi and some of the other major movie streaming services. And so with that being said, I wish you guys so much luck. You don't need it, but wish you luck that
Thank
you're
you.
all safe at the end of the season. And we'll be there supporting you guys. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys, from World of Boba and Coffee, we's out.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Can we do the tackle again?
So wait, before you go, stay tuned because there's some great interviews coming up soon.